My sister sings, my mother sings. I come from a musical family, played drums in church. I've just been around music all my life. What got me into hip hop was a couple of things. First thing that got me into hip hop was, of course, hearing acts like Wu-Tang Clan, Busta Rhymes. I'm a little older, so all those acts, when I heard them and heard real hip hop, real music, that's what got me into hip hop. A friend of mine who passed away, his name is Clef Dollars. If you've never heard Clef Dollars or never met Clef Dollars, you should definitely look him up. You should definitely find out who he is. He's one of the illest producers I've ever heard in my life. Him and a guy named Dolomite, who's actually one half of this group called 3 O'Clock Bully. Illest producers I've ever heard in my life, illest rappers I've ever heard. And I just remember being a young shorty, just in their lab and in their studio, and just seeing them create and seeing them make music. And I always wanted to just be a part of that, and inspired me to want to make music myself. So that basically was at the tender age of 16. There's not a moment to where there's not some piece of music or some form or thought that is music related that's in my mind. There's not a situation where I could literally just be in a clothing store. I can literally just be in a restaurant, and the little background music I hear in the background, I hear it and I'll hear something in it, or I hear something that I need to sample that, or I need to, it'd be cool if we flipped it this way, it'd be cool if this whatever, or just even on some just enjoying the music type situation. I hear things that other people don't hear. I experience things that other people don't experience. As far as music goes, I hear little nuances in music that other people don't hear. Most of my artists who are true artists, or true hip hop artists, or true musical artists altogether, they'll attest to the same thing. They're eclectic. You hear a lot of things. You enjoy music differently than other people, and it becomes important to you. And that's how you know that you're a real artist. That's the mark of a real artist. My musical style, it's funny. When I was younger, it was definitely all hip hop, boom bap hip hop. I just want to hear that grimy hip hop. And nowadays, it's anything musical. Because I love jazz, I love rock, I love some of my favorite groups. Let's see, Avenged Sevenfold, System of a Down, Stained, anybody, Godsmack. I like rock, you know what I'm saying? So I like everything. I like classical music. I can hear beautiful music, classical music, folk music. It doesn't matter as long as there's soul in it. I'm down with it. If it's a boom bap hip hop, then I definitely say that my influences are like Pete Rock, Jay Dilla, stuff like that. DJ Premier, like the real essence of like that true hip hop sound. If I'm doing something trap related, then of course it's like Michael Made It, or someone like pick a sound from the South, DJ Mustard or somebody, you know what I mean? Some type of situation like that. I'm gonna use that. I forgot I had it. If you're still trying to come up, I would say you need to not be lazy. You can't be lazy. You can't expect stuff to be handed to you. And that's why I say you gotta grind. Because if you're not constantly in the studio producing new music, if you're not constantly perfecting your craft, if you're not constantly marketing yourself, if you're not constantly putting yourself in a position to where somebody can see you, you're spinning in circles, you're spinning wheels. You have to be, number one, your own biggest fan, your own biggest critic. And you have to also make sure that you are putting yourself in a position to where you can go upward. Having your songs on SoundCloud is cool. If that's the only thing you're doing, then it's not so cool anymore. Doing a couple shows here and there is cool. If that's the only thing you're doing, it's not really cool anymore. You have to constantly be trying to go forward and push forward and keep building and expounding and rising. Exactly what I told you to do. I live by the same code. You gotta grind, and you gotta move, and you gotta expand. So that's what we're about, and that's what we're gonna do.